Welcome back, family. Another week, another Monday. Life is life. Really quick, I just kind of want to, shout out to those who grind and do their thing and do multiple. I'm kind of on the verge of that and just carrying the load. As life grows, so should you. I'm challenging myself every day, just doing different things, trying to do what I said, man. Get out of that generational poverty and doing the right things financially, but it requires hard work, and I'm kind of in the midst of that, and can't wait for a break to come. But I do enjoy the grind. I enjoy doing what I love, helping kids, teaching, watching them grow, watching their knowledge expand and their academics develop, and it's a beautiful thing. But it is very time consuming and exhausting. People say, well, not a lot of people do, but teachers need to get paid more and all of these things, and it's it's energy consuming. The kids require your energy. As a teacher, especially if you're passionate about it, you leave your job exhausted. And shout out to all the teachers out there. I'm with you. I'm on the front lines with you, trying to change the world one child at a time through education. So chapter 15, episode 15, we're getting towards the end, man. It's coming to a close soon. My second book should be ready and available. I'm going to continue the videos and just do something along the lines of the ECN theory. And again, English teachers out there, hit me up, let me know. Haven't gotten anything yet. Still working on my PR stuff, trying to get out there, have discussions about this book. Book club, folks. I would love to, any book clubs out there would like to get it, read the book. We have to discuss, maybe sending some copies to you, something you guys can discuss, and maybe we can have a round table once you guys are done with the book about any questions or discussions. That would be dope. Awesome. I would love to do that as well. So let's get to it. Chapter 15. I'm going to read an excerpt and we're going to talk about it again. Don't forget to subscribe, like, leave a comment. My socials again, Dr. Mel Chris 2. You want to search all my other episodes of the McKinnen Mondays. Search Dr. Melvin Johnson. That search should pull up for you there. So let's get to it. Lay low until things die down, please. He looks at me with an intense glare and says, there's something very important to me that I really would like to know. And they may have that information downtown. I didn't ask for any more information. I just gave him a hug and told him I loved him. I truly understand why he's searching for information, because that's how relentless I am when I want to get hold of information. So Molly's talking to Brian about what he's doing. If you're in that chapter, he's starting to get that discovery bug. He's becoming more curious versus letting things pass over. Being with Molly has given him the courage to do so, and him finding about the history of Molly and their family, he definitely is kind of getting tied into that and wants to explore and do more things and try to find out this information. So she's trying to get him to stop because she's got information from her brother about laying low for a little bit because, the powers that be are catching on. So they're having that discussion about you should slow down and chill out. And he's like, no, I'm so close. I want to get it. So it's getting to that point. Curiosity killed the cat. I kind of said that based on this excerpt because sometimes when you're trying to find information and you're gaining that knowledge, which is power, which is information, it tends to scare other people. And we've seen this historically with all of, the Black leaders and the Hispanic and Latin leaders and just leaders in general. Once they start to get a hold of some information and they want to spread it and they want to empower people and they have enough power, something happens, man. So curiosity killed the cat. In this case, you gotta have a strategy when it comes to what you know, what you have, and how you're gonna distribute that and what to do with it. Initially, I've had plans such as that, but I feel like I need to establish some other things first before I start treading that line. of information and spreading the information and being honest and just being transparent with history and knowing history to predict the future and trying to change the future, essentially, right? But when you are developing knowledge and you're becoming powerful, which I have neither, my knowledge is very quaint and little, according to me, and I have no power. I'm just a school teacher, so I think there are a lot of things you have to question once you start gaining those two things, right? More ears start to listen. You got to be very careful. Or don't take the risk, right? Tread the line, take the risk of the consequences of changing the world the way you'd like to see it versus the way those who empower would like to see it. So the next point is supporting the pursuit of information. Sometimes when you're pursuing information, you can get discouraged really quickly or easily, especially if it's important information or if it's something that you're trying to find out that is important to you or something that you would like to embark on to help you grow as a person or to get better or to just, what have you. I think support kind of helps with that. You find that people go to grad school, they go to school. In order to get through that, in order to graduate, support is needed. And that's all grad school, college, high school is the pursuit of information. That's what you're going to go do. You're going to go find out information. You're researching, you're spending countless hours, because I've done it 3-4 years of just, I think at one point during my pursuit of research and the pursuit of information, I was spending, I don't know, I must have spent about 2-3 weeks of like 8 hours straight every day on the computer. Like I would go and set the timer, just spend 8 hours on the computer straight, minus bathroom breaks and maybe grabbing a snack and coming back. But I was going in, man, and I needed support in that, and I appreciate again my family for supporting me in doing that, and this is where I am. Got my doctorate, so anytime you're in any pursuit of information or any pursuit of your academic acceleration, you need to support, and it's that you gotta have that support to lean on when you are going down that journey, because it's not an easy journey to go down, and support is definitely necessary. So anybody who, and sometimes it could just be somebody to lean on, somebody to talk to, somebody who's willing to listen, somebody who wants to share the information that you're willing to give out, because sometimes it's exciting. You start to pick up this information, you really get in there and you want to like share it with everybody. And I think it's important to have someone there to support you in that. Focusing on what's important. That's, like I mentioned earlier, my pursuit of doing the thing, changing the world, changing things. Like I gotta figure out and lay back and figure out what's important. That's my kids and the legacy of me and what I'm gonna leave behind for them. So when you're pursuing information, when you're getting curious and you're going after something that doesn't want to be shared, and you gotta focus on what's important at the time. And sometimes when you got family, you gotta make sure that your family's taken care of. And in support of that pursuit of information, your family and what's most important can also support you. So it's interchangeable, right? And I think in this particular story, at this particular time, Molly knows what's important, and Brian is kind of